Okay, this is Brent from tradeguild.blogspot.com, and it's the 8th of June, and I'm covering the market for the 7th. And I just want to review a couple positions that are in my portfolio because I know some of you trade those same positions. And one that I'm in and I like very much is BPG. And I'm going to show you a couple different 3C time scales. And first, we're going to start with the hour. So here's the hour, and it's very constructive in my opinion. You can see price has had a slight bias towards the upside. This really is, in my opinion, a pennant or a triangle, and generally these break out to the upside in this configuration. There's declining volume, so in my opinion, that's what we're seeing. But you can see that prices remain pretty constant in this area, and we see this indicator stepping up, and now it's moved above this level to start a leading divergence. So I think that's a very positive development there on the hourly chart. And we're going to also take a look at one of my other favorite time frames, and that is the 15-minute. Let me zoom out a little bit here. And you can see on the 15-minute too that there's a nice positive divergence. It's working up with price. Over here we see it start stepping up, and again we see it just barely penetrate that level over there. But this is a very, very positive looking chart in my opinion. And we're going to take a look at another time frame, and this is going to be the 10-minute time scale. And as we get into these shorter time frames, when we start seeing divergences in those, they are sometimes indicative of a move that is right around the corner. The longer scale time frames are indicative of mass buying or mass accumulation or distribution. The shorter term, I think, really picks up on the market makers and the specialists. So we know we're getting close to a move when we start seeing action there. So here's the 10-minute, and again, over here you can see prices remain steady over here at 81 cents, and this is just ticking up. So that's very positive. Very, very feels good to be in a stock that looks like that. I want to show you one other thing here real quick. These are Bollinger Bands, and you can see they're pinching down over here, and you can see in the past what's happened when we've had these Bollinger Bands pinch. We've had some nice moves. There's a pinch here, another nice move. If we look at, I think probably on the hourly chart, you can see it too. So it's really pinching down over here. Volatility is very, very, very low. And we found in back scans that generally speaking, low volatility is where we see moves start, especially when it just starts increasing before the move gets going. So let's see what else we've got here for you. RBY. Now RBY, I wrote a long post about last night, so I'm not going to cover that right now. But we're going to take a look at the 1-minute chart, because that's about the only time frame right now that's got a divergence running. We had this nice move over here. The hourly time scale just hasn't caught up with it yet. The half hour is in gear. The 15-minute is in gear, so there's no trade signals there because nothing's out of the ordinary. Again, the 5 minutes in gear. The 1 minute, we are seeing a little bit of a positive divergence that's developed here. You can see as that move came. Let's see. I have to zoom out a little bit more. Excuse me here. Yeah. Okay. So we're looking at that move. You can see as the move came, we had a negative divergence into that. So from there, we got a pullback. Then we started building this positive divergence over here, and we actually saw the beginning of a little move towards the end of the close today. This has not bled over yet onto the 5-minute chart, so I'm not getting too excited about it at this point. I think we can probably see it on the tick. There it is on the tick. Here we're making new low for the day. There's that positive divergence, and just a little bit later we see a nice move up. So we're going to keep an eye on Rubicon, and if you have telechart, I have my stops channel that I use, and I'm using that actually right now for my stop. So basically I'm using the hourly, and a penetration of the lower blue line down here would be a stop out for me. So we're getting pretty close to that level, so we'll see what happens. But maybe that 1 minute divergence turns into something, I don't know. Next up is MGRM, and I just got into this, I think it was yesterday, maybe the day before. I was trying to decide between that and SVN. This stock actually looks pretty good, so I'm going to show you a couple different time frames of 3C. There's the hourly, which is very much in gear. Here's a half an hour, and you can see again as prices declined here over the last couple days, this is actually ticked up, so that's a positive development on the half an hour. Here's the 15-minute scale. We're seeing the same thing over the last couple days. Decline, it's in gear with the decline, and then on the 5th we see it tick up. We see it tick up again. It's moved down significantly today, but it's still in a positive divergence, so that's good. 10-minute time scale, again that positive divergence. 5-minute time scale, let me zoom out a little bit, again a positive divergence here. So we're seeing a lot of positive divergences in MGRM on a lot of different scales, so I like that as far as confirmation goes. So I'm going to hold on to MGRM for the time being unless something drastic changes. I got into NEOL the other day, Neofarm. Kind of on the fence on this one, but we're going to take a look at a few different scales here. First up, the hourly time scale. Very, very nice positive divergence here. You can see it's actually a leading divergence. It's way up here as price is pretty close to the May lows. This is pretty close to all-time highs for the month of May. Another time scale. Let's see. Let's take a look at the 5-minute. Here's the 5-minute. Again, here's that positive divergence that presumably is going to precede a move, hopefully here in the next day or two. And let's take a look at one final. Here's the 1 minute. Zoom out again, see the positive divergence here, and on the tick scale we see again, actually this is not quite a positive divergence, but you know, it's not bad considering where price was up here, and it's at the same level and price is much lower, so it's not bad. So I'm holding that position, hoping for a nice move there shortly as well. And the final position that I want to show you real quick is Ers Empire Resources. I've traded this stock a couple times. I've dodged a really big bullet on this by just like a day or two. So it's a volatile stock. It can really move, and you got to be careful with this one. But we're going to take a look at a few, actually quite a few different time scales. The daily time scale looks awesome. You can see it just has refused to budge on this pullback, which is great. The hourly scale, again, you can see over here as prices kind of gone sideways, this indicator has gone up and it's now in a leading divergence for the month of June, which is really cool. I like that a lot. Here's a half an hour time scale. Again, prices just kind of drifting lower, and it was in gear over here with price moving down, and then it started to move up. So this is really, you know, all these time frames together just really pull it together for me, give me a lot of confidence. I have a fairly large position for my portfolio, and this one by far my biggest position. Here's the 15-minute scale, which is a scale I love, by the way. Very, very positive. Let's look at the 10-minute scale. Oh, must be the cookies already. 10-minute scale, very positive. 5-minute scale, again, you know, very, very positive. Here's the 1-minute scale. You can see these positive divergences piling up here, and we got a pretty nice little move here towards the end on pretty nice little volume right there. Finally, here's the tick scale, and I'm out of time. Visit us at tradeguild.blogspot.com and check out our tag board, live chat. Thanks a lot. Have a good night.